Now, the wait's nearly over. The new series of X Factor begins this weekend and the official launch party took place last night. Dan Wooden, of course, was very much there. How was it? It was great, actually. Mel B couldn't be there, sadly, because she is working in America on the semi-finals of America's Got Talent. So that's why we didn't see one lot of contestants to another. But there's always something special when you get Simon, Louis and Cheryl back together, and that vibe was definitely on. I have to say as well, if you haven't watched the X Factor for a few years, it's right back to its peak of when there was that tension on the judging panel and the contestants are really good and there were funny moments. And what's nice as well is Simon's been very clear that this year he wants to move away from the sob stories, bring back some of those outrageous and crazy contestants that we've loved over the years, the likes of Jedward and Rylan and Wagner. And so I think it's going to be a great summer, a great winter, obviously. So as you're saying, the summer is ending. But what everyone wants is a feud between the two female judges, Cheryl and Mel B. I think that's what people expect after the previous years of Sharon and Danny and all of that sort of thing. But if that's what you're wanting, you're not going to be in luck, because Cheryl and Mel are already really great mates.
And I now have Mel as an ally, and she's a strong ally. She's girl power, you know.
You don't want to mess with her, do you?
You don't want to mess with her, but when she's on side, you want her on side. Trust her, she's so much fun.
So please tell me the two of you are able to gang up against Louis.
Oh, against everyone. It's me and her against the world.
I like that.
But there's definitely tension between Cheryl and Louis, and I love it. I was trying to stir the pot last night.
Really? Because Louis, of course, been there throughout, hasn't he?
Yeah, and also
suddenly everyone's coming back.
Well, yeah, but him and Cheryl have all of the background, because remember, he was the first manager of Girls Aloud. Then they had a monumental falling out. Then when they were judges together again, they slagged each other off all the time. So that's great. Although Louis, actually, he was telling me how much he's loving having Mel working with him.
I loved her, but I didn't realize I loved her this much. She's fantastic. She's like Sharon Osbourne, but crazier.
Yeah.
And you know, Dan, she tells people exactly what she thinks, and she's exactly what she says on the tin. I love Mel, I love Cheryl, well, Simon. I love doing the job.
And I did give Louis a little bit of a hard time, actually, because remember last year, he quit the X Factor. He retired. And I said, what's happened? You're back. And he was very honest, actually. He said, Dan, in showbiz, you always have to leave before you're pushed. And so that's what I was doing. I was getting in there first. And then when I found out that Simon was coming back, he's one of my close mates, and I really wanted to work with him. And, of course, the great man himself has returned. He's had a few years working on the American version of the show, so this is the first time that we've seen him on the X Factor here since 2010, but he said it felt like no time had passed at all.
I've got to be honest with you, it was like the 4 years was like 4 weeks. It was so easy to get back into it again, and once you're in the room, you are focused on hopefully you don't miss someone, you're trying to find someone who's good. And I think the panel, I mean, you'll see today, I mean, it just gelled. You know, the girls get on good.
You must have been disappointed about that.
Everyone thinks I want these girls to fight. I don't actually want them to get on, but they do.
He's hilarious, isn't he? How low is that shirt?
It was about 6 buttons open. I could see his belly button when I looked really hard.
It's going to be plunging by Christmas. Exciting. So a bit of controversy from the judges already.
That's right, because they've lowered the age limit down to 14 from 16. And Cheryl, very outspoken, she completely disagrees. Here's why.
I don't get it. I mean, I think if you're really genuinely talented at 14, you're still going to be really genuinely talented at 16, 17, 18. Apart from the fact you're going to pass that awkward hormonal stage of weirdness that you don't know quite what's going on in your life, and you're going to be more talented, more experienced, and have done your education. So I don't see the rush. Like, I dare say if somebody had given me that opportunity at 14, I would have taken it, but I wouldn't have been able to handle the pressure.
I agree with her, although what's interesting is Simon said all of the new talent is coming from that new age group, especially in the groups. Now, speaking of talent, probably the most kooky contestant is a girl called Chloe Jasmine. I have a feeling we're going to be seeing headlines about her for a very long time, but boy, she's got a voice as well.
Hi. Hi, everyone.
What's your name? I'm Chloe Jasmine.
I like your posh accent.
Oh, I had a scholarship to a boarding school.
How was that?
That was amazing.
And where are you from?
I'm from England. I'm hanging out on Monday. My Sunday dreams to try.
Very, very posh,
character.
and you might remember her from Naomi Campbell's reality show, The Face, which was looking for a new model. She was one of the finalists in that. So she's very experienced when it comes to the quirks and the twists of reality television, Kate.
It's going to be good. You've whet our appetite. Very excited. Thanks.
Starts Saturday.
Saturday night.
At
Saturday night.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. We'll be there.